Hi everybody, welcome to class. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. Today we are going to talk about ditching the toxic products and switching to non-toxic alternatives. And we're going to be talking about essential oils, the basics of essential oils, and how to get started using them in your daily life. Because I remember when I first started, almost exactly 2 years ago, I got this kit of oils and I'm like, what in the world do I do with this thing? There's like 11 bottles of oil and I'm like, this isn't applicable to like my daily life. How am I gonna like practically use these oils in my life? And I came to find out that it was actually really simple because I was able to switch out the products that I was already using for the oils, and I just like made a bunch of DIY products like face wash and cleaner and stuff like that, because I was trying to cut out the toxins that were around me. A little bit about me, the reasons why I was at that point when I started with Young Living was because I had been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which is the autoimmune type of hypothyroidism. And I was doing a lot of research and ways to support my body naturally. And one of the main things that I kept reading over and over and over again on different, websites and research sites was that I really needed to look into my personal care products and the things that I was using on my skin and that I was touching on a daily basis, because there was a lot of hormonal disrupting ingredients in those types of everyday products. And I remember thinking like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, why would something touching my skin? I just didn't understand. But now I know and came to find out that, your skin is your largest organ, and things that you touch actually do go into your bloodstream. And it's actually estimated about 26 seconds, whatever you touch, most things, whatever substance it is, can actually go into reach your bloodstream in 26 seconds. So if you're using toxic products, like products with, sodium lauryl sulfate, we'll get into these types of ingredients and why we want to avoid them. But if you're using those ingredients, even just topically, it's going into your body and it can be upsetting everything that's going on. So that's I believed what happened to me, because right before I was diagnosed, I had just had my son, and when I was pregnant, I was a crazy person. I was like the most OCD cleaner in the entire world. And I know it's like the nesting stage and like you're getting, your house ready for baby and it has to be clean, and that's how I felt, but I was like over the top. So I used Clorox wipes like on the daily, in the morning, afternoon, at night. I got put on bed rest at like 33 weeks. So I was just at home like all the time, and all I did was clean. And I had no idea that the products that I was using were harming my body. But so I was already, pregnant, and a lot of hormonal stuff was already going on. And then I was really reinforcing this bad stuff that was happening. And then after I had my son, my thyroid just wasn't working. I had no energy. I was super exhausted. I was depressed. I was just down in the dumps all the time. By like noon, I was like so exhausted. I had to take a nap. I had to take a nap when he took a nap. And it wasn't just like normal new mom tired. It was like over the top exhaustion, and it wasn't normal. And when I found out about my thyroid, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. How can I get help? And the only thing that I was really told by like my mainstream doctor was, oh, well, you're gonna have to take a pill for the rest of your life, and that's just it. That's the only way to fix it. And a lot of doctors do believe that once you're on a synthetic thyroid hormone, you're gonna be on that for the rest of your life, and there's no way around it. But some other more naturally minded people that I came to meet and get to know told me, maybe there's other options. Maybe like cutting these toxins out of your home that could be disrupting your thyroid and your entire endocrine system could help. Or maybe, incorporating some supplements or essential oils that can help the function of your entire body, instead of, putting that Band-Aid on top or trying to fix that issue with something else on top of it. Why don't we just, support the actual root cause, or get to the root cause and take out the things that are making it that way, or support the natural normal function, the way that that thyroid is supposed to be functioning, support that, and then maybe it could start working the way that it should, instead of just giving it this band-aid over and over and over again, which actually isn't treating it, So long story, medium length. I started using oils, and I started cutting out toxic products, and this was about 2 years ago. And 2 years ago I was about 60 pounds heavier than I am now. Could not lose weight and was exhausted. Now I have energy. I was just like grumpy, tired, upset, really down in the dumps. I feel great now. There's been so many huge changes in my health, my emotional health, my physical health, my spiritual health, everything with Young Living, and taking out the nasty stuff that I was using, bringing in just natural, safe products, and supporting my body as best that I can. And I'm not perfect. Like, I have Girl Scout cookies. I'm not perfect. I still mess up. I'm not using 100% everything the way that I would like to in the future, but I'm taking baby steps, and I've taken baby steps over the course of the last 2 years, and it's made a gigantic difference in my life, my overall well-being, and my family's too. I changed a lot of things for my son, and he had really severe acid reflux as a baby, and all the way until he was at least 2.5, which is when I started with the oils. And I heard about supporting his digestive system with oils instead of putting that band-aid of the medicine every single day, twice a day, and within a couple of months he came off the medication, and his digestive system is working and functioning the best it ever has. So I am a believer because I've seen things work in my life, my family's life. Those are just two small stories of things that have worked, but I have thousands and thousands of things that I could tell you in other people's lives that have made drastic differences, and that's why I do this. That's why I share. It's super important to me because our world has kind of come to this corporate led, well, at least the United States, and pharmaceutical industry, and most of the products that are on our market shelves today are not safe for us. They have a lot of ingredients that are outlawed in other countries. The United States, so back in the 70s, there was this, big boom of new chemicals, things like that, and the regulations started to come in, and there was so many chemicals already on the market that they kind of just decided to grandfather in everything that was already there, that they didn't really know the bad side effects of or anything. They just knew that there was too many that they couldn't really research every single one of those ingredients. So what they decided to do was just grandfather those in, and then anything else that was new chemicals coming in, those were put under more scrutiny, and really had more regulations. But the other ones, things that are in our shampoos, conditioners, hand soaps, laundry soaps, all kinds of things that have been around for many years, have known carcinogens. They have known hormonal disrupting ingredients. These things have been studied after the fact, and they are known to cause cancer, but we are allowed to have them in our products because of this law that was passed in, I think it was 79. So anyways, so we have to be really careful because we are allowed to have these things, and the labeling laws are really bad too. So you can be really tricked if you just read the front label or even the back now. A lot of things will say this is 100% natural, but the regulations on what they're saying doesn't necessarily mean it's 100% natural. With essential oils, you can actually have an essential oil in a store, and it can say this is 100% therapeutic grade essential oil, and the regulation for it to be labeled 100% pure essential oil is it only has to have 5% of 100% pure oil inside of it. The rest, the 95% of that bottle, could be anything from, you know, solvents, fillers, carrier oils. Some are more natural than others, but it can have synthetic ingredients. It can have all kinds of this crazy stuff, and you can read the label and it'll tell you this is 100% organic, natural, therapeutic grade essential oil, when it's not the case. So, you know, it's not our fault as the consumer. We are being tricked into this, and it is something that makes me very fired up and really almost angry about, because, you know, it's hurting people. And I have friends that have cancer, and it's known that the type of cancer that they have is caused because of these chemicals like benzenes and phthalates inside of our personal care products that cause that type of cancer. So it makes me really angry that, you know, we still allow these things to be in our store shelves and given to people that we love, our children, our family, when, you know, they're hurtful, and we know they're hurtful. So we have to do better. We have to gain the knowledge and choose to not go the mainstream way, choose to say this is not okay, and be the change. Because, you know, if enough people decide that those things in you know, whatever market stores, your regular everyday store that you go to every week, is not okay, like that's not acceptable for you, they're going to start changing it out. They're going to start bringing, you know, better things in for people once we stand up and we say it's not okay. So today's class is going to be based upon that, ways that we can slowly incorporate healthier choices when it comes to like our laundry room. We're going to go through like each room kind of. I'm going to give you some things, but I just have to, you know, warn you, Young Living has been around for 25 years. They are the OG essential oil company, but they also have been doing supplements and personal care products and cleaning products for many, many years. So they are a total wellness company. So it's a little bit overwhelming for some people at first when they think that they're, you know, getting in with oils and they're like, oh my gosh, they have every kind of thing imaginable. But it's really great because I trust everything that comes from Young Living. I know that Gary Young, the owner, is the pickiest man on the planet, and he has a heart of gold. He just cares so much for people, and he was a holistic chiropractor back in the day before he started Young Living, and he found a lot of things that really helped people get better, and that was like his whole mission. And he decided that he wasn't going to go along with the mainstream just to make a quick buck. You know, he really wanted to help people. And so he says, you know, I never make a product for a profit. I make it for a purpose. And I truly believe that with him. So I know that all the products that Young Living has are better than anything else that I'm going to get anywhere. So I started to do what's called replacement buying, and that just means, you know, my shampoo and conditioner and my household cleaner from Target is now just from Young Living, and I order from them instead of. So it's not like I'm spending extra money on anything. I'm actually just changing it over. I'm replacing it with a different product that's safer for me and my family, and I feel great, and it works really well. So that's what we're going to talk about today, why we want to switch from certain things and what the safer alternative is, why, and I'm just going to show you some cool stuff. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to go through things kind of quickly, but feel free to post below any questions that you have, or you can email me at oilyandunrefined@gmail.com. That is oily, OILY, and unrefined, UNREFINED @gmail.com, and I will answer your questions. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna start with cleaning products. So because like what I said about, you know, when I was pregnant, I was like, oh, Clorox this, Clorox that, because it kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses, and you don't want any of that. Well, actually we do. We do want those things. Some bacteria are really good and some viruses are good. You know, they actually can protect us from other worse things. So we don't want to kill off every good thing. It's kind of like the gut, you know, you take probiotics because you want to have the good bacteria in there. Well, there's also good bacteria on our skin, on surfaces, on things like that. So those were really bad. The things that I was using before, things like ammonia and bleach and you know, all kinds of toxic chemicals like that, we want to switch out. So let me pull it up here. We're going to talk about ditching the toxic cleaners first. So the dangerous ingredients that we want to avoid, I did post before this. If you guys didn't see, I want you guys to go look at it. I posted about the app called Think Dirty. And I know it sounds gross when I first heard about it. I'm like, no, I'm not downloading Think Dirty, but it's not what you think. It is a household product scanner, and it's made by a third-party company. It's not Young Living, it's totally separate. And you can actually go in and scan your products, whatever products you have, like personal care, cleaning products, laundry products, makeup, stuff like that, and it'll give you a rating 1 through 10, or I'm sorry, 0 through 10. And 0 being the best, like non-toxic, and 10 being the worst, like don't ever touch it, it's gonna kill you immediately. But then it breaks it down. It tells you like, this is the reason why, because it has this ingredient, this ingredient, and this ingredient, and those cause X, Y, and Z. So it's really, really great to do, and it's eye-opening because, you know, I had started switching out some of the things that were more toxic to more natural stuff that I found at Target or wherever, you know, and those actually came up higher than some of the things that I thought were going to be worse, like some of the natural stuff. But then I realized, you know, the labeling laws. So things that we want to avoid in toxic cleaners: fragrance, phthalates. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but it's like 4 consonants and then a vowel, so I don't know. You can figure it out. Sodium hypochlorite, formaldehyde, ammonium chlorides, and ammonium hydroxide, butoxydiglycol and those ones, ammonia, and hydrochloric acid. And if you see that, it's probably backwards to you guys, but so the risks from these ingredients are allergies, hormone and endocrine system disruption, organ system toxicity, carcinogens, which is cancer-causing ingredients, respiratory effects. It can create asthma in children. Whoa, that was a nice hairstyle. Asthma, things like that. Respiratory effects. Endocrine system disruptor, which is, you know, exactly what I believe happened to me, which is my thyroid. And by the way, the thyroid problems are like huge in the United States. It's estimated about 60% of American women have a thyroid problem. Like, that's insane. So and it's not because it's like, you know, hereditary and all that. It's literally, it's being caused by our environment. So, and skin irritation. So we want to get rid of those toxic cleaners. And I know, like, as for me, I was using like 25 different cleaners for everything. You know, like I was using Windex for my mirrors, and I was using bleach for the toilet and for the shower, you know, and I was using the Clorox wipes for this surface, and I was using wood cleaner for this surface. Okay, so great news, you can actually change all that out for one cleaner with Young Living that's going to do every single one of those jobs just as good, if not better, and it smells amazing, and it's good for you, and it literally helps your immune system instead of breaking it down. It leaves those good things around that you need, that, you know, we've been conditioned as a society to like kill it all, we don't need any of it, but we do. So, you know, it leaves the good and it takes away the bad, and it is so amazing. It's called Thieves Household Cleaner. The bottle got a little upgrade, so it looks like this now. It's beautiful. And wait for it, let me tell you this. The best part about this is super concentrated. So all you actually need in a bottle this size right here, which I believe is 16 ounces, you need, yes, it is 16 ounces. You need 1 to 2 caps full of the cleaner. This much, that's it. In this entire bottle, and the rest you fill with distilled water. And then you can add like drops of lemon or citrus fresh, something like that, where if you want to get like more of a streak-free shine, those are really good ones. Lemon is also really good for like Goo Gone. This already has lemon in it, so it is an amazing, amazing cleaner. You can use it on every kind of surface. The really nice granite countertops to hardwood floors, to your toilets, your kids' toys, everything. It is so good, and it's good for you. It works really, really well. I am a clean freak, like I said. I was a really, really big clean freak when I was pregnant, but I've always liked everything clean, and I was skeptical, actually, when I first, sorry, Lisa, when I first heard my friend Lisa say that that's all she used in her house, I was like, ooh, gross. And then once I used it, I was like, okay, she's cool. Like, she's not, you know, her house is clean. Because, you know, you're conditioned, again, to think that, like, you need bleach for your toilet, you need this, you need that, but this stuff works really well. What's inside of it is the Thieves oil. Thieves is actually a pretty cool story. Gary Young formulated Thieves oil based on a 15th century story where thieves were actually robbing the dead and the dying during the plague era, and they were not getting sick because they were wearing these cone masks that had herbs and spices stuffed inside of them over their nose and their mouth, like cinnamon bark, clove, eucalyptus, stuff like that. Inside there, they were not getting sick, and so once they got caught, they were, you know, the authorities were like, hey, how in the world are you not getting it when everybody is dying around you? And so they found out that's what they used. So Gary actually formulated Thieves based on that. So Thieves oil is rosemary, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, clove, lemon, and it is a powerhouse oil blend for cleaning and for immune system support. So they actually made an entire cleaning line out of that oil, and this is the cleaner here. They also have laundry soap, so I'm going to tell you why we want to get rid of the laundry soap that we're using. I was somebody that was using, you know, the conventional brand name, whatever, and then I was like, oh, I need to be healthier, so I'll do the free and clear one. Well, the free and clear is not so free, and it's not so clear of, you know, harmful toxins. So what we want to avoid in laundry detergent, you'll notice a pattern with most soaps. There is sodium lauryl sulfate, which is also abbreviated as SLS. That's something we really want to avoid. Dioxane, SLS is a known carcinogen. Dioxane, nonylphenol, I'm going to post all of these because my pronunciation is not fantastic, and artificial fragrances. Another thing that you should know is fragrance in the United States can actually be labeled just with that word, fragrance, and it can be over 4,000 different ingredients to make up fragrance. So you actually don't know. It could be a chemically derived ingredient from, you know, a plant, or not a plant, but, you know, like a scientific plant. And they artificially make it, and it has a bunch of stuff that you don't want in it, or stuff that has not been researched, and it is labeled as fragrance. Excuse me. So things that these can cause is skin irritation. So I see it all the time, like, you know, friends of mine are like, hey, you know, I don't understand why my daughter has such bad eczema. I have this itchy thing. I have this, I have that. And I'm like, well, check your personal care products first. Check your soaps, because soaps are huge for skin irritation, because of all the stuff that's in them that we don't even realize, you know? Ugh, I'm sweaty. Sorry. You guys are making me nervous. So toxicity, carcinogens, damage to your organs, allergies, and headaches. Fragrance is huge. Artificial fragrance is huge for headaches. And I am somebody that has suffered from headaches for a long time. I had a head injury in high school, and I've always had bad headaches, but my headaches have gotten significantly better since getting rid of all those nasty artificial fragrances that I used to love so dearly. I was like the person in, you know, the front of the line for the 70% off sale at that bath store that everybody knows about for all those body sprays and the plug-in wall wall thingies that smelled so good, and I thought that they smelled good because I was conditioned to a artificial fragrance for my whole life. But once I got that out, my headaches got significantly better. And you know, now when I smell a synthetic fragrance like a perfume or a wall plug-in, or somebody has an air freshener somewhere, I'm like, oh, immediately, and I get a headache way worse than I've had. So I know that that is a big one. So that's a laundry detergent, and we wanna get rid of those because we obviously don't want those things. And laundry detergent is something that is a really big one because we wash our clothes in it, and then it leaves like this film layer on our clothing, and a lot of it is like petroleum based. And we're literally walking around all day long in our clothes, or we're sleeping in our pajamas, you know, and so we have these toxic chemicals literally pressing up against our skin, our largest organ, all day long. So if you can start with one room, I say start with your laundry room, get rid of that laundry detergent and switch it over to the Thieves laundry detergent. Sometimes the Thieves laundry detergent goes out of stock because it is so stinking popular, but you can always use Thieves cleaner in your laundry. This is what I'm using right now because we just ran out recently. So I just do a half a capful in the laundry, and it cleans your clothes. And you know what's really weird is like the first time you use the Thieves laundry soap, or you know, a different type of soap, like the cleaner, something from Young Living, that doesn't have that petroleum base, doesn't have that all that crap in it, your clothes feel so weird at first. You're like, oh my gosh, what's different? The towels especially, like the fluff came back. It was like, because that film that like you think is like making it softer, like the fabric softeners, things like that, but it's not. It's putting a film layer of crap on your clothes to make you think that it's nice and soft, or that it got really clean, but in fact it's just adding to the problem. So yeah, so for fabric softeners, that's like the number one thing that like has the most toxins in American homes. And so we can easily get rid of fabric softeners with wool dryer balls. These are amazing things. You can get them on Amazon. Young Living doesn't sell them, but they did a while ago, but you can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap. You get like, I think you get like four large ones, or you can get like 6 small ones. I use all of them in the dryer because it actually separates the laundry, which makes the laundry dry faster, which is great. But also you can drop oils on it to make it that fresh scent. I know a lot of people, they're like, oh no, I can't switch. I have to have my sheets in there because that's the smell of laundry. But I'm telling you, once you switch out of those toxic fragrances, you're not gonna like the way that they smell anymore. So use something natural. This is one of my favorite oils, and it's Envision. It has rose in it, and it's only like 19 bucks. It's incredible. But I love this on like linens. So what I do is I put a drop on the ball, and I'll probably use like I'll probably do like 3 drops total. So not every ball is gonna have a drop on it. Throw it in the laundry, throw the laundry in there. It dries faster, and then it puts the lovely scent all over it. So, you know, if you have guests over, they're like, oh my goodness, these sheets smell like lavender. And you're like, yes, it is lavender and it's real. So it's wonderful. Also, we are like DIY all the way over here. This is our little DIY laundry sheets. We use these for those days when like you have extra static in the air, when you want to get rid of the static, and all it is vinegar, water, and essential oils. So the vinegar actually cuts away the static without the nasty dryer sheets. So that's amazing. I'll post the like my favorite recipe for that for you guys. Yeah, so the fabric softeners have benzyl acetate, benzyl alcohol, ethanol, terpineol, ethyl acetate, and chloroform, and all of those are hormonal and endocrine disrupting. It messes with your respiratory tract. It has nervous system damage. It can cause nervous system damage. They have carcinogens. It can cause allergies and headaches. So let's get rid of those. No more. It's an easy switch. I'm telling you, these things, they last. I've had this ball here and like the other ones that are in my dryer for more than 6 months. They're still going. Saves you money, and it saves your life, literally. I don't know if I can say that. So technically I didn't say that, but it helps promote health instead of hurting you. All right, so yeah, there's a couple other things, but I'm gonna make this a little bit faster because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But like I said, if you have questions, you know, just shoot me an email or send me a message. So let's get into personal care. We want to ditch the toxic ingredients in our personal care items. I posted earlier, the average woman puts on 300 chemicals in one day, usually 80 chemicals before breakfast. Before she walks out the door to go to work, she puts on 80 chemicals on her body. And they're toxic. And the reason why is because we put makeup on, we wash our hands, we brush our teeth, you know, we take a shower and use shampoo and conditioner, and all of these chemicals are getting on our skin before we even leave the house for the day. So no wonder so many women have endocrine, you know, problems, and men have prostate problems because of the stuff that we are putting on our bodies. So let's switch it out. We'll ditch the body lotions that have alcohols, parabens, phthalates, oxybenzone, sodium hydroxide, causes skin irritation, hormone disruption, sun sensitivity, endocrine disruption, and DNA damage, cancer. Seriously. And it messes with your reproductive organ. So if you're a woman of age, you know, that is wanting to have children, you don't want that, because if it has DNA damage, that means that your DNA is, you know, your eggs and everything, like your children can have problems based on the products that you use on your skin. Isn't that nuts? Like, doesn't it make you upset? It makes me so upset. But that's why I share. That's why I'm like constantly telling people about a better way. I would do this even if I didn't get a paycheck. I want people to change their lives because I know how huge of a change it's made in mine, just getting rid of this crap, just getting rid of it, switching over to something better. It's changed my life completely, and it's changed so many people's lives around me. Let's ditch our toothpaste that has sodium fluoride, FD&C blue dye, number 1 and 2, sodium lauryl sulfate, triclosan, and hydrated silica. So a lot of toothpaste that you see on the market will have like these little beads in them, and they're like, oh, you know, it really gets off the plaque. Well, you know what they are? Is plastic. They're plastic beads. And no matter, I don't care who you are, you're an adult and you've brushed your teeth for 35 years on your own, you're gonna swallow a bead or two every now and then. And do you want to be swallowing plastic? I don't think so. Probably not. So let's switch out our toothpaste to something better. That causes, excuse me, I have like a frog in my throat today. Neurotoxicity. Listen to this one. Lowered IQ. Decreased glandular function, which is like your endocrine system, your adrenal glands, your everything. So if you're somebody that's tired all the time, or you have the inability to lose weight, you have hormonal, huge, you know, gigantic hormonal shifts around that time of the month that hasn't been your entire life, stuff like that, like check your products. Check what you're using on a daily basis, what you're putting on in your, you know, on your skin that goes into your bloodstream that's making your body function the way that it's functioning. I promise you, it makes all the difference getting rid of that stuff. And arthritic symptoms can be caused by toothpaste. So let me show you some alternatives. Thieves, they have their whole dental line too. So there's a bunch of different kinds of toothpastes. This is one of my favorites. I just started using this one. It's the Dentarome Plus Thieves toothpaste. So it has all the good stuff in it. Thieves oil, which is really good for your dental health. The lemon oil is a really great teeth whitener, naturally, without the bad stuff. And yeah, so it has wintergreen, clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint, and baking soda. This is a great one. For kids, they have their own Kid Sense line, and this is for Benny, my son. He loves this toothpaste, and I am totally okay if he accidentally swallows some because it doesn't have any harmful ingredients in it. And there's a lot of kids' toothpaste that really have harmful ingredients, and we want our little ones to grow up and not have all the problems that we have as a society right now because of the things that we are allowed to put on our body. So we know better, we're gonna do better for them. Kid Sense toothpaste is really great. The ingredients inside of it also have the ability to really support the digestive system. So if they swallow it, it's like, oh, it's all good. Obviously you don't want them like drinking the toothpaste, but it's not gonna hurt them. So let's see, what else? Now, so that's toothpaste. And then what else was I doing? What else? Sorry. Body lotion. So yeah, we can switch over to Young Living body lotion. They have a bunch of really good ones. One of my favorites is called Genesis body lotion. It just has a bunch of essential oils and a good base that doesn't have any harmful ingredients. Here's one, the lavender body lotion. It has lavender, myrrh, lemon, davana, rosemary, and other plant-based ingredients. Protects your skin from overexposure for long-lasting hydration. It works really well. I also like this lavender one, the lavender hand and body lotion, sometimes on my face. Like when I'm really dry, when things are super dry out, like right now, there's like winds and it's dry here in California. If I need an extra boost of moisture, I'll add that on top of my serum and my moisturizer. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster because I really am taking up a lot of time. I'm sorry. Body wash. So like I said, Young Living is a total wellness company. I'm telling you, they have deodorant, they have, you know, your Thieves dish soap, you have the laundry soap, you have the cleaner, you have everything. So they make it really easy to get started, where you can kind of like pick the avenue that you think in your life needs to be changed most immediately. So they have the Thieves line to get started, where you can switch out all of your cleaning products with the Thieves natural plant-based ingredients instead, and you can become a wholesale member. Becoming a wholesale member means that you get these starter kits, and then if you choose to buy more products after the starter kit, then you will get the wholesale discount, which is 24% off retail. But we're not the type of company that like locks you into something where you have to pay something monthly and you have to order more. And I know a lot of companies are like that. Young Living is not one, which is why I kept them around. I'm like, you know, I don't feel forced into it, because they know that people, once they start using their products, are gonna like them and they're gonna want more. They're gonna want the other stuff. They're gonna want to switch out the rest of their house. So you don't get locked in, but you can start with the Thieves line, or you can start with the essential oils, which like I said, there's tons and tons of things that you can do with that one box of essential oils, and you get 11 oils in it. You get some samples at the bottom. You actually get to sample the Thieves cleaner at the bottom, and you get some Ningxia Red, which is the super antioxidant drink made from the Ningxia wolfberry, which is very similar to the goji berry. It is the highest antioxidant drink on the market, and it supports your entire body, all 9 body systems. It is just incredible stuff. I drink that daily. I drink 2 ounces a day, and I give an ounce to my son, and it supports our immune system and entire body function. So you can get started with that antioxidant drink, the oils, or you can get started with the Thieves line. And now they actually started a makeup company. Actually, no, they bought out a makeup company, a natural makeup company that was started by a Young Living member. So she knew that there wasn't anything really on the market like it. She's like, you know what, I need to put out a makeup line that is truly healthy, because there are some mineral makeup lines that are falsely advertising their naturalness, let's just say that. So this is Savvy Minerals by Young Living, and now as of this month, you can get a starter kit with the makeup, which is so cool, because if you are a woman ready to, you know, switch out your personal care and your makeup first, and you don't know what you're going to do with the oils or the other stuff yet, you want to do the makeup, you can do this, and it's only $150. It's actually the cheapest, the least expensive kit. So this is what you get: a foundation brush, a lip gloss, a blush, the misting spray, which is for easy application, and it makes it look flawless. I have all Savvy Minerals on my face. I've never been happier with any other makeup, and it goes on so smoothly. It looks great, it lasts a long time, and it is good for your skin. So you get 3 eyeshadows at the bottom and a 5 milliliter bottle of lavender. You get all of this for $150. If you were to add up everything that's inside at the wholesale price, you'd be paying close to $200. So it is a really, really good deal to do it that way. So that's how you can get started with Young Living. I'm gonna go through a couple more things, some of my favorite skincare products. So the things that we want to avoid, I did post earlier all of the ingredients like a checklist that you can actually print out, and if you use your Think Dirty app, you can see the things that are in your house and what you want to avoid. Look at that checklist, see the ingredients that are harmful, and see if they're in any of your products, and if they are, then switch them out, because you're going to be buying that stuff anyways, and the prices of Young Living products are very, very comparable to your conventional market products. However, they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to hurt your body. They're not going to hurt your kids' bodies. I'm so stinking passionate about this because it is huge. I'm telling you, one of my very, very close friends is going through horrible, cancer because of this crap, and it's not worth it. We can spend the same amount of money and not be tricked and not be hurt by bad people. So here's some of my favorite. This is like my skincare routine. I get asked this a lot, and honestly, I was somebody that had horrible skin for a very long time. Sorry I got emotional, but I love my friends and my family very much, and I get very mad when people are taken advantage of. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are being hurt and taken advantage of when they think that they're doing the right thing for themselves and their family, buying natural stuff, and it's not true. So Young Living is a true company. They are a really wonderful company, and I love their heart most of all. So that's why I'm so passionate. This is what I do with my skin. I wash my face with this. This is the Art Gentle Cleanser. I have combination skin. Right now, it kind of looks a little bit oily, and the reason why is because it is so dry outside that when that happens and your skin is not moisturized enough, your skin actually starts to produce more oil to compensate for the fact that it's super dried out. So in certain spots, like I'm a little bit more, oily, and then certain spots I'm drier. So this one is my favorite for combination skin. If you're like me, it's really great. It's not drying at all. I do have a lot of like dry areas, and so I didn't want a wash that was too drying for me. This is great for like my age skin. I'm 30. I know you can't believe it, huh? No, just kidding. But I'm 30, so like I say, like 30 and up, this is a great one because it's not gonna strip out as much oil as this would. But this is also a great one. But I always say that teenagers, anybody with any kind of like acne issues, if they need to support clearer skin, Orange Blossom face wash. This is super concentrated. All you need is like to get a little foam pumper on Amazon, which they're like $2 or whatever, but make sure you get like a BPA free plastic, a good foam pumper, and put like an inch of this in there, and then the rest distilled water, and shake it up and use the foam pumper as a face wash, and it's strong enough, gets the makeup off, and it really cleans the skin. It's great. This is really good for like more oily prone skin or younger skin. The Art Gentle Cleanser is better for like 30 and up skin or drier skin. So I do that. I do the Art Gentle Cleanser, and then toning is super important. I use the toner, and then I use the the third thing is the serum. Renewal serum. Young Living skincare is like top notch. It is above fantastic, amazing. Like I've never ever used stuff that I had like such immediate results with except this stuff. So I'm super passionate about it. Toner is super important. It tones, it tightens the pores, it helps with the fine lines and wrinkles, and it just supports really healthy skin. So that after you wash your face every day. I do that every day. Then I put on a serum. I really love the Art Renewal Serum, but right now I don't have it, so I'm using this, which is the Essential Beauty Serum. Or you can just like DIY yourself a serum, frankincense and coconut oil, or frankincense and like, what's a good one for face? Jojoba oil or almond oil. If you use those carrier oils with just frankincense and lavender from your kit, your skin is gonna be glowing. Seriously, those two oils are like the best skin supporting oils on the planet, and you can do it with just your starter kit. It's amazing. So DIY your serum, whatever, but everybody needs a serum. You wash your face, you tone it, you put a serum on, and then you put your moisturizer. So I use the Art Light Moisturizer. Again, it's my 30-year-old skin. If you're older, like over 40, 45-ish, I would say probably a more intensive moisturizer, which would be the Art Intensive Moisturizer, or There's a couple other ones that are a lot thicker, and I'll post some of the stuff below so you guys can see like other products that are available. This right here is a dream come true. It is called Chelume, and this is a brightening cream. You can use it also as an all-over moisturizer. It's a little bit too thick for me because, like I said, I have a combination skin, and so in certain areas it will not work as well for me. So I like it around my eyes because everybody wants brightness around their eyes, and this stuff works so well. It's amazing, and it smells so good. All this stuff smells so good. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Everything is infused with essential oils. Everything is good for you. You're not gonna be harmed. It's amazing. So if you guys have any questions, I just kind of cut it short this time, but there's a lot of stuff, you know, like Young Living has so much stuff. I was looking for the catalog. Let me see. I have one right here, an older one, but look at this. Like, this is all the stuff, and this isn't even counting like the makeup and the new stuff. Like, you can literally swap out every toxic product in your home for a natural alternative that is comparable in price. And Young Living has a program, a monthly program, where if you decide to replacement buy, like if you're somebody like me, I was going to Target every month and getting all of my personal care stuff. So I signed up for their red card because I wanted the 5% off. Well, with Young Living, they have something similar where with your monthly, you just have to spend $50 a month, which is easy to do if you're buying toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, laundry soap, and whatever. You're at the $50. They give you free stuff. So for like every amount that you spend, there's different free things that they give you. You get points back, and you also get 10% the first 3 months. Then you get 20% months 4 through 24, you get 20% back in points, which is basically like cash. So like if I spend, $100 to $300 one month, if I spend $300 and I'm at month 4 through the Essential Rewards program, which is the monthly, they're giving me $60 back every month, to spend like cash in their store. So it's a heck of a lot more than the red card, that's for sure. Sorry, Target, I still love you. I love your dollar section, and I love your clothes. I just stay far away from the personal care and the cleaning products now because I know better. And I know that if more people are informed and can make better choices for themselves, can feel better, can do better for their friends and family, then the world will come around. The stores will come around once they realize that people don't want to buy that stuff anymore. So that's it for me. I'm so glad that you joined me today. I love you all. I care about you. I really want the best for you, and that's why I'm sharing all this information. But like I said, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. If you're ready to sign up with any of the kits, please go to www.tinyurl.com/YL with Mel. And if somebody else invited you to the class, then get their link and sign up with them. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Mwah. Bye.